Hi, I'm Colleen, and I'm going to show you how to make a combination pot for Mother's Day. To begin with, you've got to select a pot. I'm going to do a 14-inch pot, which lends itself more to doing a center on its way out. So we're going to put something in the center because you're going to look at it all the way around, a 360 look. First of all, make sure you pick a pot with drain holes, which helps. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take an empty pot and put it inside. Why I'm doing that is because it will take up a little space, so I'm not filling it up with soil and spending a lot of money on soil. The other thing is we do that because it makes the pot a little lighter, so after you water it in, it'll be heavier. If it's a little lighter, it'll be easier to move. You're going to want to fill it about halfway up, and then you want to pick your center. So you want to pick something that's going to be tall and dramatic. I'm going to make a full sun pot. The other thing, the items I'm choosing are not cold tolerant, but I know Mom's gonna grab the pot and put it in inside and protect it from frost. And then by the end of the month, it'll be great. It'll look beautiful and won't have any frost. So I'm gonna pick a quarter line. This is red quarter line. It's an annual. Some people call it red spike. I'm gonna break a little bit of the soil off the bottom. I do this because I want my roots to push down. The other reason is this is going to be a pretty full pot, so this is how we keep a little room. Feel free to put a little dirt in there if you want to hold it. It's going to flop around a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to take some begonia big. We do these in 4.5 inch, again, full sun. Unlike wax begonias, it's a type similar, same family. These will get taller and fuller. So I'm going to put these and nestle them next to the quarter line. These come in different leaf colors, meaning they'll come with a green or a bronze leaf. They come in pink and they come in red. And white is coming. We're trying to get them. We keep telling them we need a white, so that'll be coming soon. Okay, so I have my quarter line and my 3 begonias. I'm going to do something a little different. Usually you do a filler and something trailing, but it's not symmetrical. It's not going to be quite the same, but I'm going to do 2 trailing on both sides. What I mean is I'm going to do a little bacopa. This is the purple. We're used to seeing it in white, but we also do purple. Put a little bacopa, and I'm going to put them opposite each other. So I'm adding my color contrast, there we go, and my trailer at the same time. And then I am going to also add sweet potato vine. Now these are pretty aggressive and grow. They can be pinched back hard to keep them in line. And remember, it looks a little odd, but as this grows, the begonias will grow and grow together. So in a way, it's not going to be as odd as it looks. Okay. So those are opposite each other. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to backfill with soil. Now, when you place the plants in there, you want to make sure that you are putting them in there so they're underneath the rim. You don't want them sitting too high up. And you want to make sure that you also fill in, remember the center pot? Don't forget to fill in behind the plants. So not only in the front, but behind. What we'll do then is we'll get it watered in, and we'll give it to Mom, and that will be a pot that Mother will love all summer long. So this is a 14-inch combination pot for the spring season. Remember, not heat tolerant, or it is heat tolerant, but it's not frost tolerant.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and I'm going to show you how to make a cold tolerant 12-inch combo pot. And the style we're going to go with is from back to front. And the reason I'm doing that is because I know this 12-inch pot is going to go up against the wall, so you'll see the tallest plant in the back, and then it will gradually go down to the front into a trailing plant. So with the 12-inch pot, I'm going to start by filling it about 3/4 or a quarter of the way, possibly half. You can kind of measure that by the size of your largest plant that you're going to put in there. So you can see I can have it partially filled up. So we're going to take, this is a Martha Washington geranium, and we're going to take it out of the pot. We're going to break up the bottom of the soil a little bit. what this does is it helps with the roots and gives you a little bit more room in the planter to fit more plants in. So you're going to set it in here. I need a little bit more soil in the bottom. You just want to make sure you don't want it too deep, but you don't want it too high either. Make sure when you're watering your plant, it doesn't overflow with soil. So you want to make sure you get it in there. And then with this, I can put in a little bit more soil to kind of hold it in place because my other plants here are a little smaller. We want them all at the same level. So I'm also going to go with an asymmetrical style with the plant. So my next plant is going to be a snapdragon. This is also cold tolerant. We're going to break up the roots the same way here, and I'm going to plug it in off to the side a little bit. Then my next plant is a viola. I'm going to go with also yellow here, pull it out of here, and we're going to break up the roots again, kind of break it apart. And I want to go off to the other side here. Plug that in there. And then my last trailing plant, I'm going to go with the ivy. The nice thing about these is it will last through the summer as you have these, but you can also plant them in the ground as a perennial later on if you so choose. And then that will kind of go in the front. And I actually have a little bit more room in here. So what I'm going to do is pull out another viola and plug that in along with these plants. You don't want too many plants in here, but you don't also want like a blank space just sitting here. So I want it a little bit fuller for Mother's Day, which is coming up next weekend, so that I can give it to my mom. But after you get all of your plants in here, you're going to go back through and you're going to fill in with soil, and then you want to kind of fill that in, and then you're going to go back through and water it in, and you might have to add a little bit of soil after that. This will keep them all in place as well. You want to make sure you get in between all of the plants. You don't have like a dead space of emptiness. And it's okay if you get a little bit of soil on the leaves. When we water it, we'll knock some of that soil off. So that kind of gives you the 12-inch combo pot with the back to front style.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm going to do a front to back bowl for you guys. But the trick is the girls have gone through and left me their leftovers. So we're going to make a pot out of all the plants you have left after you've gone to the greenhouse or garden center. So let's see what we got. Well, we're going to start out with the canna in back, and we're going to make this little soil in the bottom, put our canna in, get our height to the back of the bowl, and we're going to surround that on each side with snaps. The one thing I want to tell you about snaps, snaps are cold tolerant as well as warm season annual. And the one thing I will show you on snaps, as the flowers get old and spent, just go through and pinch them off like that, because you'll get secondary growth and more flowers coming up from here. So it'll last the entire spring and summer season. So we're going to flank each side of the canna with a snap. And stuff them in there. Just remember, plants are tougher than you figure. You can really pack them in there. It won't hurt them at all. Let's see what we got. So we're going to take this. This is called Begonia Big. It has a bronze foliage, red flower. It is not your ordinary wax begonia. If the canna gets 2.5 feet tall, the snaps will get about 15 inches tall. The Begonia Big will get as big as the snaps. So it's going to be real nice and full for you. So now you've got reds and oranges. Let's be fun, and let's put a little yellow. This is called Biddens around the front, and it's a good trailer. It's very, very durable. Likes full sunshine. This whole bowl will do well in full sunshine. And I think for a little more trailing, we will put variegated ivy. Jackie talked about variegated ivy before when she did her cold tolerant bowl. It is very, very perennial. So Don't let it go to waste. And just for the fun of it, I think we're going to put a purple lavender petunia right on the side. So we got that, and we're going to get one more ivy over to the side. So we got it filled up. Now the girls were kind enough to leave me something that's a little odd. They left me a citronella geranium plant. It's real small right now. It's very good for warding off mosquitoes, so we're going to clean the bad leaves off of it. We're not going to plant it for its beauty, we're going to plant it for its scent. So we're going to tuck it right in the back and let it grow and help keep the mosquitoes away. And we'll fill the edges real quick. The snap, we're going to pinch him back because the flowers are getting a little heavy. But remember, the side branches will come back up, and that's your 14-inch front to back combination bowl out of what was left over. Okay, here are all our combinations that we made for you today. Just the last couple of things we want you guys to be aware about when you're doing your combinations. Always remember your orientation, whether you're sunny or shady. Always take into consideration if you have a very windy location, because you're going to have to do more maintenance and watering. Make sure that you clean your flowers. Takes very few minutes in a day, and the return will be 10 times over. It's like when we talked about pinching your begonias. They just come back better after you pinch them. Remember that your color scheme is what works for you. Whether anybody else likes it, it's what works for you. So have fun, do a good job, and if you have any questions, catch up with us on Facebook.